7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome back, everyone. In the last video, we went through this points section here, which came out really nice. We went through all the various points, did the alternating images, used some spacers, and now we're going to move on to the form section. This is one of the few sections that won't match up exactly one-to-one. I want to add a couple of things, and unfortunately, the form styling like this isn't available in Leadpages without custom coding, and as I promised, I don't want to require anyone to use any code, so we're just going to change it a little bit, but overall this should be pretty close, and actually I think it'll probably come out a little bit better than I have it mocked up here. So we'll add our final section here and we'll call it form, and within form we're going to need 3 columns. So 1, 2, 3. Give this background color FB, 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 which is a nice light gray. And that looks good. I'll give it a 3 padding on top and a 3 padding on the bottom. And then we'll hop back in. So the widgets that we look like we need here are a headline. Drop in the headline, and we want this to be wider than that, right? We want it to be like this wide, and it says start watching for free. Gonna unbold that and make this a wee bit smaller. Maybe one more up than that. Okay. And then something they have here that I didn't incorporate that I really want in here is the countdown. I forgot they had this feature and I love it. I want people to know that they only have 24 hours to fill this out to redeem it. So the offer is going to be you can receive the first 2 videos of this course for free by submitting the form below to see if it's something that you actually want. So you can do a timer to a date every day. So say you wanted it to be like a countdown from a certain point in time in a day, but I want it to be evergreen, and I want it to be 24 hours from the time that someone gets to this form. That not save? Yep, so that's saved. The next thing that I want to add is a subhead, like a subtext like we've used in the past, just to explain exactly what that offer is. Because right now it says it various places throughout the page, but I want them to be sure at the point of sign up what it is that we're referring to. So I'm going to put in receive the first 2 videos of this course for free by submitting the form below within the next 24 hours. This way they know what the deal is, what they're signing up for. There's no confusion. We want to be as transparent as possible. And the last thing that we're going to drop in is that form. So when you edit the form, I want my labels to be inside. That's how I have it in my mock-up, inside here. I'm going to name this form free course form. Free course form sounds good. Then for while I'm here, this is the lead notification I showed you in the setting before. This is saying if someone fills out this form, it'll email me. What we're going to go into next is adding another integration. So if I click this and open it in a new tab, or I guess I'll have to open it here, I can also integrate it with ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, ConvertKit, MailChimp. So I'm going to show you, and we're going to build out later. Once they convert, we're going to integrate it into one of those services, and we're going to build an email sequence that will deliver them the videos that are promised, and then prompt them, a couple days later to purchase the full course at a discount. So we're going to connect those in the next video. But for now, we'll continue on to the fields that we want. We want a first name field, and in here you just label it. So this is what is going to be the label and the placeholder text that's inside. So like if I have Doe, or this is first name. This should be Jane. didn't save. Well, I'll finish that here in a second because I got to get the other field in. So we have first name, last name in this order. First name, last name, and email. And then the button, I should be able to change the placeholder to say Jane and Doe. But for this one, I may have to change the label because we put it inside. Okay, so. All right, perfect. So then I just want to change the color of these a little bit. I'd like it to be a little bit lighter gray. I'll add a new one. It looks a little bit harsh there with how dark that gray is. That looks good to me. Then we'll come down and we will edit the button. I want this to say, watch first 2 videos for free. I want this button to be the same color as the others, and that looks pretty good. And the last thing I want to do is to round that button out like the others are, so make it 10 pixels. I like it at this full width. That's how we have it. See, small or medium. I like it at small. So that looks pretty good. Start watching for free. It'll have the timer. Receive the first 2 videos of this course for free by submitting the form below within the next 24 hours. First name, last name, email, and button. So before I preview that, I want to show you something we can do right now where we have our currently inactive buttons. I can edit them, and then I can click this link feature here. And I don't want to open a pop-up or a Calendly. I want to jump to a page section, and I want to jump to the form. And I'll show you what that'll look like in the preview. I'll do that in the same thing here. Jump to page section, form. So now when we preview this, on desktop and you click on it, it'll bring you down to that section at the bottom that we just created, and there you see the counters working. So I ultimately think this actually looks way better than what we had mocked up here. But linking those 2 buttons will then bring you down to that section of the page. So I'll go back here because that clicking on that brought me out, and we'll finish our preview. So we want to see this in mobile, tablet, desktop. Make sure everything looks nice. Looking good, looking good. Beautiful. Tablet. Nice. And desktop. Nice. So you see this is really coming along. We've done all of the sections. We've done the CTA links, and we have all the forms complete. Now the last 2 things that we're going to work on this page is this horizontal bar here, and then this shadow box. And then after that, we'll start working on SEO optimization, incorporating Google Analytics tracking, and then the follow-up flow for what happens when people actually fill out this form. So stay tuned. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming in the video.